Well, good afternoon, guys. It is Saturday, May 16th. I'm Gunarm Dyne. Call me Dyne. Welcome to part 3. This is actually going to be World 3 of Soul Blazer. At my fans' request, I'm going to be splitting these into 2 videos. Now, before we go to the third world, we're going to come back to Greenwood really quick because I figured out how I missed the armor, which I really could have used. All the joys of thinking I know this game, but having not played it in a couple of years. Yeah. Oh, go away! It wasn't funny the first time! No, I was not surprised you can die. And that's the wrong one. Ah! No, we gotta... Ah! No! Go away! I'm not coming in this hole again. Which hole was it? That's what I said. Actually, no, it's the middle hole. Always the last one you pick. Okay, come back here past where the ghost mole, I can't believe I said that, was guarding that other guy. Yeah, talk to the squirrel. I hear someone snoring! I cannot tell who's making the noise! Since we have our handy-dandy dream rod, and we can actually talk to stumps. Yes, this stump is actually asleep and dreaming. You wanna come over here? And that opens the path to the armor. Let's talk to the bird. Even though I'm only a stump in real life, I often dream that I am a bird and can fly wherever I wish. And so, if you do not bother to open up the path to the armor, that is completely pointless. And hey Eric, how you doing? So we'll just do a little crab walk to get over here past Gandalf. It's not Gandalf, it's Treebeard. Why do I call him Gandalf? So there's the armor, which I really could have used against the boss. But better than nothing at this point. We're gonna upgrade it again in the next area. Oh, and this is the path we want. We do want to go back under Treebeard here. Let's go ahead and move out, Autobots. So, as I mentioned last time, this is one of my favorite areas in the game, if not absolute favorite. And I'm doing alright too, Eric. It's nice to be recording. So here we have the Undersea Palace. And we can talk to this statue here. This is St. Elles Palace in the ocean. No human can live under the sea. Go to the island Satherta through the shrine and look for the bubble clothing. So even though I'm not a human, I still can't live under the sea. And everything, all the water in here is apparently only waist deep. But you do have to talk to that statue to unlock the second portal. And here we come into the island of Satherta. Very, very meaningful name. Got some fish spitting bubbles at us. We got some monkey monsters here. These guys will throw rocks at us. We'll oblige by returning the favor with some magic. I was hoping to get that fish. Not so lucky. You don't actually have to kill these guys until I get around there. But not a problem. Now, if you do want to grind without limiting your access to enemies, what you need to do is just make sure you don't kill all the monsters in a single layer, leave the area, and the entire number will respawn. These guys go down with one hit from the light arrow magic. Excellent. Yeah, we're going to get both the new armor and new sword here, but as I mentioned in the last video, that's standard. Yeah, this is an excellent game. If you've never played it before, I definitely highly recommend it. And one thing I did a little research on the game, and I was talking about the connections to ActRaiser. So we released a dolphin! It's Echo! Oh, unfortunately no. I love that game. But on the Japanese version of ActRaiser, you are literally God going up against Satan. And Quintet did not carry that over into the Gaia trilogy. In the Japanese version of the game, you are the servant of light Gaia, and the villain Death Toll is actually Dark Gaia, and that's the standard for the Gaia trilogy. But the interesting thing is the US version is what copied the concept of the same master from ActRaiser being the one that you serve on this one. So there's your trivia of the games for the day. And by default, your player character's name is Blazer or Blader in the Japanese version, because the name of the game in Japan is Soul Blader. But I usually go with what I go with in naming conventions. In fact, I use a character named Dyne in my RP groups that I hang out in, because I was using that as default character names for nameless protagonists, and I just went with Diana for the female version, like if I'm playing Dragon Quest IV or something like that. It's kind of worked out. I think what I'll do is if the protagonist does have some kind of default name, I'll probably stick with that. I didn't know that in the case of this, but that was the case for Dragon View with Alex. Let's go ahead and clear these guys out. I'm fighting a palm tree. Can you believe that? I'm fighting a palm tree. I just realized how ridiculous that is. A mermaid. Ah, you're blonde. I like redhead mermaids. Yeah, I'm going to be making a lot of Little Mermaid references on this video. This is one of my favorite Disney movies. Actually, a lot of the 90s Disney movies are among the best. Oh, that's what I grew up with, too, so that's a little nostalgia bias. That layer remains ready for us to step on. I just have to make our way over. Oh, we got some birds. Was that the only one in that whole layer? It was! Oh, see these oddly colored rocks? In reality, enemies. And more monkeys. I'll just wait for them to come to me. Not very smart monkeys. But are they like Donkey Kong? Can they not be hypnotized? I'm in a really good mood today, so I'm probably going to be a little more silly than normal. But then again, that's what that's the kind of why I do these, just to have some fun. I'm serious all week. Another mermaid. Oh, it's got purple hair. Is that an Uriel? Yes, go out and play more games. Play some of the classics like this, the Gaia Trilogy, ActRaiser 2, but the first one was better. Another mermaid. Still can't get to the other side just yet, but we got these guys. Yeah, they'll charge at you, but they're easily avoidable. They're not faster than you. How many more layers? 7. Let's come in here where that bird was. This should open the path to the right. Use the last one from there. You are. Okay, it opened the path up. And a shortcut. Thank you, game. Yeah, this world has several areas. It's probably the most diverse. And that's what makes it so fun, so much fun. And it's also kind of realistic, too, even though you're going to be going underwater for part of it. And probably World 5 has diverse areas in that sense, too. But this is a little more realistic. You can actually kind of feel yourself being Blazer going in and doing this. So, a medical herb, which we actually did not need. And while I'm at it, if you're not going to be using a special item, have either the shield bracelet or when you get it, the attack bracelet equipped. Because basically, the attack bracelet will double your strength. Defense bracelet, of course, doubles your defense. And basically, the reason why I thought the second boss was easier than the problems he gave me is, of course, usually if you're paying attention, you'll have both the ice armor and the defense bracelet handy when you fight him. So he only does one bar of damage instead of 4. Ooh, that was nice. Total kill with one shot. Another layer. I think these are birds. Oh, nope. These are the stones. Hey, you're not rolling. Turn around, Blazer. I'm just getting my butt chomped by these things. Reminds me of how you have the nipper plants in Super Mario Brothers based on the original names. Just one more hiding. Let's do a quick scouting of the area. Excellent. Yeah, I have not tried to stream any Vita games yet. I've heard you can do it off PlayStation TV, but you need a certain signal splitter, which I don't have. And of course, Eric's talking about Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth in the chat. And another mermaid, including a giant palace. Dear mermaid, is there anyone who needs to use the bubble armor? Well, free armor, raise your hand! Reminds me of a side quest on Persona Q I was doing yesterday, where you have to be subtle about getting someone a gift, and one of the options is, who wants a present? Raise their hand. Yeah, I'm enjoying Persona Q. I'm not big on first-person dungeon games, but the Etrian Odyssey titles, Persona Q, and Demon Gaze have been major exceptions to that. And there was one more layer. And in all honesty, I don't think we can get to it from here. I think we have to take an alternate entrance to get here. I can't quite see it, but we can't approach it from either side. But we'll get the opportunity later on, if I'm remembering this correctly. And continue. Thank you, Light Gaia. Your words of encouragement are always the same, but I get free healing anytime anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to the people we freed, so the dolphins should be up here.
There used to be 4 mermaid statues in this place. Those statues prevented all creatures from getting lost.
Yeah, I figured they would point north, south, east, and west. That kind of makes sense. But they have this thing called a compass. Mermaids have to be very good at dancing. If 3 of my students return, I will show you our great dance. I hope it's better than the act the animals gave in the previous world. My name is Kana. I am one of the Queen's dancers. Weren't you also a character in Ten Get in Top of Gurren Lagann? As a reward for saving us, I will tell you a secret. No armor will protect you against the magma off the volcanic island Durian. You must find a way to stop the volcano. And I think that's actually the next area we go to. Well, to get anywhere, we need the bubble armor. That's at the bottom of the area. And right here. Oh, I've not had a human guest in a long time. I know you can't breathe underwater, so please take this. Receive the bubble armor. So we really didn't need the ice armor after all. But with this, we are enabled to walk under the sea. Bum 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 bum. Under the sea, under the sea. There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea. That's your solution to everything, to move under the sea. It's not gonna happen. Well, not with that kind of attitude, it's not. In all honesty, I do remember the lyrics of that Simpsons parody more than the actual song. But basically, the undersea area is more of a bridge connecting all the other areas you have to go to in this world. But, as usual, kill everything that comes across you, because there are no friendly crustaceans under this sea. Yeah, it was really depressing. Before I got my current job, I was out of work for over a year, and I missed out on a bunch of games. Still trying to catch up on some, actually. But hang in there, and you will find a job eventually. Just don't give up, don't lose hope. That's the best thing I can say. Here's a little slab that kind of gets in the way. It's actually not a giant eraser. Hey, Korvac. Yeah, Korvac's saying it's like the real sea, full of murder beasts. And that is extremely true. I grew up out on an island, and oh man, I am afraid of the water. Well, not so much normal swimming. I'm a casual swimmer. But yeah, swimming in the ocean at night is the scariest thing I can think of. Because you never know what is literally out there that will just drag you under the water and kill you. And I was right. We're back on Sotherta to finish up that last monster lair. Everything remained dead. So, a mermaid statue. There's one of them. That first one was kind of pointing north. This one's to the southeast. Return to you get... Oh, come on. Can't you just open the passage on your own? I have to backtrack and kill another urchin. But when I was playing through Shadow of the Colossus, I think it was like the 7th Colossus or one where you are fighting on the surface of a lake, and the walkthrough definitely said, yeah, people who are afraid of water are going to have a hard time fighting that one. There's the voice cracks again. Passage for you. Proceed right along the seabed to the shore reef Rockbird. And thankfully it points us out. That urchin is moving around. I don't think urchins get that big in real life, actually. But then again, who knows? All these things are pretty much servants of Death Paul. And another treasure chest. Good thing I saw that. Thankfully you have a side entrance. Well, the Mermaid's Tears. That's a special item that I'll have to give to someone later on. We'll turn magma to stone. Yep, I will need that for the volcanic island, actually. I'm remembering these things better. Sorry, I have orders from the Queen not to let anyone pass. The Queen's kind of sealed away. I'm kind of the one saving everybody. Can't you make an exception? That's just kind of being lawful good right there. Always obeying the orders, even if they're stupid. Cannot get through this other side entrance at the moment. Oh, we have everything we need for now. And holy cow, this is already a heavy recording. Only 15 minutes in, it's already a single gigabyte on my recording software here. Nope, no exceptions, ever! A friend of mine was live tweeting Final Fantasy III and was saying how much he loved... Actually, I think it was a she. How much she loved the giant treasure rooms in the early Final Fantasies where you get about 20 treasure chests. I was asking, why aren't there treasure troves like that anymore? Those are really fun. I always gotta love it when you seal a lair only to reveal another monster lair. Now, if you don't have the bubble armor, you will steadily take damage. It is possible to get through here without the bubble armor, but it requires a little bit of basically exact movements, having an herb on hand, and knowing exactly where to go. Kind of like people who run through Lower Orphere on Super Metroid without the Various suit. A nice little shortcut. Okay, 6 layers left in that area. And here we are in the Isle of Rockbird. More fish. More palm trees. And for whatever reason, they're shooting coconuts at us! Don't worry too much about the fish. Once that water's going to be drained out, and they'll be left helplessly floundering around on the ground to drown anyway. Case in point, there's the first one. Yeah, let these guys lure him in here. You can hit him several times. Excellent. This is already going much better than the last world, simply because there are more people here. Oh! Oh, that has got to suck! Only to be unsealed to see your treasure has already been looted. Sorry, mermaid, but I was gonna get those anyway. Oh, got these guys again. I usually never see these guys until they start moving around. And can I get in there, actually? Yes, I actually ran a wire all the way across my house and downstairs to get a decent connection, because if you watch my first LPs, they dropped so many frames because I was trying to do all of it wirelessly, and I'm furthest away from the router. So, experience? No, I don't need to go to the Seabed Palace. Thank you, though. I can go back. And just having it wired has been so much of an improvement. And of course, recording using separate software now has made it even better. Being able to record at 30 FPS or even 60 if I so desired, but that's only going to be saved for consoles rather than emulators. One exception may be Terra Enigma when I do it. There's a ROM hack out there that lets it run at 60 FPS. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I honestly don't know when I'm going to LP Terra Enigma. It's definitely the hardest of the 3 guy games. That's right! Struggle for air! Or oxygen. You're in the middle of air, but you can't breathe it. What are we doing here? We're just killing all the life in these little pools here. I figured it out. Those things are Pac-Man rocks. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I noticed in my Final Fantasy VI LP. The game was going at 30 FPS. The videos were being recorded at 30 FPS, but I was still rendering them at 60, and that just doubled the rendering time. I'm trying to read the chat while walking around at the same time, but if I'm in combat, better wait until I get to a safe spot. Killing more fish. And more birds and more monkeys. It's probably the hardest enemy so far, just because they can attack in several directions. Ooh, double treasure. 60 gems, only 7 casts. Come on. Oh, medical herb. Yeah, that's one thing I failed to mention. If you have an herb in your inventory and you pick up another one, it will automatically heal you. I actually forgot that was the case. since I never really needed healing. Second time when I got a second herb. Oh, and at my viewers' requests, I'm recording every world in one video. When I edit them and upload them to YouTube, they're going to be split in two. Part one of this world's going to go up tonight. Part 2 is going to go up tomorrow. And I honestly don't know when I'm going to cut off. I'll probably just keep going. Another mermaid. Yep. Can't talk to her just yet. So I'm just going to keep going, and the parts will be split off whenever there's a lull in the action or whenever. But just to let you guys know, who are watching on YouTube, no, this is not a short video. But with that actually complete blitz of monsters behind us, we need to keep looking for the ones we haven't sealed away. Because there are, what, 5 left in here. I think this island is only one big area. Just gotta keep looking around. That's the exit. Because we honestly cannot progress until we find the next mermaid statue. And I've got to be missing something. There we are. I totally just circled the island and missed that entirely. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. You're not going to walk a walk of me. See, how many games can I reference in this video? Let's see. Monkey, you're not throwing barrels, you're throwing rocks. Shame on you. Palm trees, I'm still dumbfounded by how crazy you are. Now, this is a good situation where you could kill most of the monsters in one layer before actually killing all of them. Stepping on one and... Well, I don't know how many of these are actually going to release anything. Already down. Yeah, we'd only be able to do that once. An angelfish. Now, the angelfish, I don't really think you can talk to. I have the power to stop the magma rain. I will help you if you return to me. Yeah. I actually don't remember even being able to talk to the angelfish, but we'll get back there in a moment. Another mermaid statue. There's number 2. Actually, I wonder if that first one counts as one of the 4 or not. So we need to backtrack to the palace. Ooh, my neck popped. That felt really good. And talk to that statue and see what we can get from the angelfish. The angelfish are actually hard to talk to. I couldn't remember if you can even talk to them or not. Not back into the... I love this music, by the way. This is probably music that is actually a bit of a mood whiplash, because it's super relaxing undersea music, which is very, very reminiscent of growing up next to the ocean. But here you have everything trying to kill you. Fortunately, once we take it all out, and that's our 3rd level up in this video too. Yeah, by the time you get to the final area, you'll be in the high 20s, and you can easily beat the game at about level 32. 50 is the maximum, but there's really no point in grinding to 50. But right before the final boss is the best place to grind. Now there's the second mermaid dancer. And that urchin's just hurting me by standing on it. I want to make sure I have all the enemies in here. This maze-like area makes it easy to miss any enemies. I want to make sure I get everything I can before moving on. I'll enjoy the music a little more. I knew there was another one. Actually, I think there are 3 more. How many of them I can reach? I don't know. But the next island is probably really cool. So the best area of the best world. Yeah, level 50 caps kind of makes sense in that they're a good round number. Of course, I'll take level 99 over level 100 caps, especially in Final Fantasy VIII, when the final boss loves to use level 5 death right at the start, and if you're at level 100, you're instantly dead. Okay, rant over. But yeah, level 50 is actually the cap in the original Final Fantasy. But, interestingly enough, I mentioned this in Dragon View. Oh, I referenced that once already. Okay, these guys I cannot hurt while they're in their shells. So, more of a nuisance than a pain, really, because they don't charge at you, just kind of go in random directions. But since I have the Psycho Sword equipped, they're going to be stunned if I hit them while they're not moving. So that's going to take make it take a little bit longer. Just have good timing. Come on, come here. And I guess Kyle's just not available. He really wanted to watch this, but we're only halfway in anyway. I'm making sure to let him know directly every time I'm announcing on Twitter, because he was looking for that at the last time. Oh darn, I was hoping to get him. Oh. A little too close, and there we go. Another shortcut. How many layers? 3 in here. Oh, can't do anything else. I think I have everything I can get at the moment. At least back to Setherta. Can I come this way? Nope. So let's head back to the palace and see what we can get. Make sure I take the right stairs here too. Excuse me for a bit there. I had a hard time swallowing for whatever reason. That angelfish is over here. Okay, come here. Come here. Even though I don't look like it, I am from the sky, just like you. I will protect you from the magma. Please try and protect all creatures. Let's work together so we may revive the world. So the creature that enables you to avoid magma has joined you. Let's see. What button was it? Okay, it's A. A brings up this status menu, so we obtain the Soul of Shield. And therefore, we are protected from falling magma in the next area, which is extremely useful because magma continually rains down. Okay, here's the next statue. Enter the sea and go to the volcanic island Durian, which is also the name of a very smelly fruit. And kind of the name of a hero of Secret Incesta 3, so another game reference. Should I have a counter on how many games I'm referencing in this video? Let's go ahead and talk to that mermaid who we already robbed. I love it. I just love it so much. Teardrops from a mermaid have the power to turn magma to stone. Use them at the top of the volcanic island. So, thankfully she's not too mad about us stealing from her. Let's see. What are some games where they do get mad if you break into their house? Let's see. There's Breath of Fire, where you literally do get arrested. Zelda Wind Waker, where you'll have to pay for some pots you break. Actually, in Chronicles of a Dark Lord, Episode 1, Kistra Studios gave me a copy. Again, thank you to them. I played a little bit of it through the prologue, and there's one guy who complains about you going into his house, and you can literally kill him. And in fact, if you want to fight a bonus boss, you have to kill NPCs. So that's definitely the game's way telling you of, yeah, you are a Dark Lord, so start acting like it. I may do a stream of that. I don't know how far I'll go on it. But then again, I keep saying I'm going to stream more Final Fantasy VI hacks. I'm actually preparing for a Hyperdimension Neptunia victory race against Ryza and Celtics again. I keep calling them Celtics, it's Celtics. And we're going to hopefully start recording that next week or so. And that'll also go up on my channel. But I'll probably be doing more random streams after that's done. Because I don't think we're going to be able to race any more Neptunia games after that. Yeah, these seahorses will retreat if you get in their direct line of sight. So just take advantage of their non-peripheral vision, and there you go. Nope, not. Get on the layer! Another dolphin, another bridge. You're all purple dolphins. Almost. No, Blazer's hair is more blue. By far. And we have some manta rays over here who think they're electric eels. Not a problem. Unlike the birds, they can only fire their electric shocks in 4 directions. Another sound effect from ActRaiser, by the way. I'm really wanting to play that again. I've not played the original ActRaiser in years. Last time I played one was when I played through number 2, finally beating it on hard mode for the Chew ending. Actraiser 2 would be a pretty good one to race through, with a little bit of handicap. Because it's such a hard game, I'd probably allow even infinite health. But we'll see what the SLPH have to say about that. They're going to be mad enough at me for wanting to race through Bart versus the World.